Um, the first thing is simply that, our society, our culture is facing a lot of different crises right now. Social, humanitarian, ecological crises. Um, Especially around coronavirus and all the pandemic that kind of came out of nowhere and has greatly influenced the history in the past couple of years. So, I don't have to go into details. Everybody understands, especially working class folks, you feel all of these crises. You feel and understand how low the wages are and how we don't have healthcare for all in the U.S. And we're facing climate change, many different issues. And so we have to be able to respond to those. We have to be able to organize together and come together and work with each other to solve these issues. And that is what green politics is all about. How do we come together and understand these issues and address them? And we can't really address them until we understand the details behind them and recognize that actually most of these issues are very deeply connected to one another. It's not poverty is separate from war, is separate from climate change, and separate from racism and things like that. These are all actually aspects of the same sort of social crises underneath them, related to capitalism and hierarchy and problems in our social structure. So green politics is supposed to be an analysis of that, better understanding, and how we can address it.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say too, I worked as a community organizer and a field director for a community org, and I mean, across the board, people are ready for something different.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk, and Green should be doing, 24/7, 365 type of deep canvassing in their communities, building relationships. Not showing up at people's doors when around election time to talk about these issues, but letting people talk about these issues with you, and then helping them connect to these larger things and connect to the need for a third party. Because time and time again, polling shows that Americans want a third party. My anecdotal experience knocking and supervising the knocking of over 15,000 doors in a 6-month period in my town confirms that people want something different. So, and our vision for the future is also overwhelmingly popular.
Mm-hmm.
Green New Deal, Medicare for all. These are things these are majoritarian policies, right? Medicare for all has got something like 90% support among Democrats, but it's over 50% with Republicans as well.
Mm-hmm.
So our issues are during the campaign, we did numerous issues surveys, and the things that Garrett put here are the things that consistently always ended up at the top, whether it's a rural area or an urban area, working class, students, youth, middle class. It didn't matter. These issues came up across the board, and they just manifested in different ways. So the need for the Green Party is, as Rosa Clemente said, it's an imperative.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's an imperative to deal with all these issues. So, in order to deal with them, we need to have a positive vision of where we want to go, how we want society to behave to actually deal with these issues. We need concrete proposals for policy that will get us there. And then, of course, a strategy to build mass power, to build working class power, so that we're actually implementing those policies and changing society. So that's kind of our goal here within the Green Party, to be kind of an umbrella for all of these things, to envision the future, to come up with policies and to come up with strategies and support people that are working toward it.